Hi, welcome to Buzz, Indiana's Underground Business Voice. My name is Tony Celzo. We're here in studio. I've got Lisa McDonald in the studio with Career Polish.
Correct.
Now, Career Polish, it sounds like I know what it is. I mean, you're a career coach, or you help people find jobs. What do we do here?
What I do is I help people looking for the right job, look right for the job, simply.
Okay.
So I work with people on their resumes,
Okay.
their interviewing skills, and their personal presentation, which means, obviously, their presentation on how they dress,
Okay.
but also social networking, personal branding, things in that manner as well.
Because getting a job is really a job these days, isn't it?
Getting a job is a job in itself, yes.
So, how much kind of resistance do you run into? It's like, well, I've been doing the monster thing. I'm doing this. I mean,
And what's your normal reaction when somebody says that? The
when
first thing
I-
you want to say is, and how's that working for you?
yeah, I want to choke them. I mean, I
Not good for business.
not good for business, but that's my natural reaction.
Right.
I mean, so there is some resistance there, right? I mean,
There's some resistance, but I think the resistance really comes out of fear. We get very ingrained, and a lot of clients that I have been doing something for the same amount of, the same thing for a long period of time.
Yeah.
So that's how they approach it. Really, when we're doing a resume, the resume is the final product. The main point is really rediscovering what your talents are.
Lisa, is it fair to say the way you used to find a job is not the way you're finding a job today?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so what are some of the differences there?
The main thing now is networking is such a key. Years ago, probably when we first entered the workforce, networking was reserved for very high end. It was for the CEOs and things that everyday people didn't do.
Sure.
Now, networking is 85% of how you get a job.
It's so critical. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
vital because everybody's got their resume on Monster and all those resources. You just need that to enter.
Right.
I really think the personal relationships are the thing that's going to kind of create the difference.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
so what are some of the things that people are going to learn when they're sitting down with you? I mean, are they doing some self-analysis? Are they getting some basic interviewing tips? I mean, or is that all those strategies and tactics rolled into one, delivered, and here's the end goal?
Well, it really kind of depends on what their needs are.
Okay.
A lot of times what we'll start with is a resume.
Okay.
And it's just because the hardest thing is coming to somebody and saying, I need help.
Yeah.
And it's a very embarrassing as well. It's funny because people will send a resume out to a company to get hired, but they're embarrassed for me to look at it. They don't want to look stupid.
Sure.
It's a little backwards.
Yeah, it is backwards.
So people are embarrassed that, I don't know how to do this, but the thing is we're not taught how to do a resume.
No.
We're not taught how to sell ourselves, and that's what business we're in right now is selling ourselves.
Amen.
So how do you do that on paper?
Okay.
And so my job is really, I will look at it, and the first thing I'm going to tell you is this is what it says to me.
Okay.
Is this what you're really wanting to bring
Is
across?
that what you're trying to communicate?
Exactly.
Sure.
And then reading through it, what does this mean? Okay, you say you do these things, but what does that mean?
Yeah.
You need to tailor your resume as though an idiot's reading it.
Sure.
Because you don't have the opportunity to explain
Well,
it.
it's not that an idiot's reading it, it's just that they've got maybe 4 or
I
5
could be
seconds.
if I was reading it and it's on IT.
Compared,
I'm tell you now.
sure. Well, and they're not giving you that much space and attention. It's
Exactly.
been there in a stack. You got to grab
Right.
somebody's attention.
Right.
Who is your ideal client? What do we really know someone's a good fit for you in that space?
I think first of all, when you're in transition or you're in change, you go through a whole array of emotions.
Sure.
You go through the anger, you go through the frustration, you're angry, you don't know who. Once you get beyond that point, that's when I can come in.
Okay, so it's like I've gone through all those levels of emotion. I've come to grips with it.
I'm
now
ready to
I
move on.
I need some help.
Right.
I've been out of work for 2-3 months now. Let's get this done.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so they've resolved that they need help and they're going to move forward.
Right.
Now, who are the type of people that you're networking with that are also dealing with these people in transition?
People that are in the same industry that I am, career coaches,
Okay.
People that help them figure out what they want to do when they grow up.
Sure.
You go and get the testing.
So maybe franchise consultants or
Absolutely.
people that are like recruiting for sales positions, like whether it's insurance agencies and stuff like that. Anybody who's dealing with resumes that may not be a good fit for them could also be, you could be a resource for them and vice versa.
Absolutely. Also, placement agencies.
Really?
They will have a lot of clients because there's a lot of people that are needing help now. And placement agency no longer means a temp service.
Yeah, amen.
So somebody that has a placement agency, I go in and they have a client and they say, you know what, they're great, they're a diamond in the rough, but they're not ready to present to somebody yet.
Yeah.
They don't have the resources or the time or the expertise to sit one-on-one, and so that's where I come in, and I'm kind of their silent partner, and together we work to get their client the best results.
So what is temp agencies? Not temp agencies, but
Employment agencies.
Employment agencies,
Placement
right? I was using the wrong word.
That's okay.
and then other career coaches, a great resource for you to
Yes.
network with. What is the one thing you think makes you different?
I think there's a couple things that make me different. One is that I help people empower themselves.
Okay.
And going through and rediscovering your skills,
Sure.
that's very empowering.
Yeah.
The second is very engaged with them. Your goals become my goals. So I'm not only your coach, but I'm also your counselor, your cheerleader, but I'm also your reality check.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of people need.
Accountability is a huge thing.
Absolutely, and you're going to have homework.
Yeah.
And I will expect you to do it as part of it.
Awesome.
But I think the main thing is that I listen. And I think that's key, that to have
It's
somebody
huge
that
today, isn't it?
listens to what you say and what you want.
Lisa McDonald, if someone is so inspired that they're ready to hire you right now, how do they get a hold of you?
A couple different ways. You can go to our website, which is careerpolish.net.
Okay.
I have a blog site as well, lisakmcdonald.com.
Okay.
And our office number is 317-850-7991.
Awesome. Lisa, you've been buzzed.
Thanks.